Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Fawson.
I'm Greg Fawson. We produced the broadcast.
Good morning. I'm Susan Clark, here to do the special music for you this morning.
Yeah, now it's going to be real special.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get started with the evocation. If you would join me by closing your eyes, turning within, and recognizing that power, that presence, that infinite eternal life force that is you, that is God, that is everything that exists and beyond. This is the day that God has made, and let us rejoice in it. So good to be alive, awake, and aware, to be present in this today's service, knowing that we catch exactly what we need to catch, and we go out and give that which we have learned. So I give thanks for this wonderful day, for all those that are serving this broadcast and this service, knowing that it unfolds in its perfection, and aware of the life that is me, that is you, that is all. And so with a heart full of gratitude, I now release the word into the law, into the love, and together we say,
And so it is.
It's all yours, Susan.
I'm good. I've got a song for you this morning to start out with called "Brave," and it's by Sarah Bareilles. So I hope you enjoy it. It's my turn to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do, and they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave, just want to see you. I just want to see you, just want to see you. I want to see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy, fallen for the fear and done some disappearing, bowed down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. I know there's a way out of the cage where you live. I know one of these days you can let the light in. Why don't you show me how big your brave is and say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. Innocence, your history of silence won't do you any good. Did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth and say what you want to say and let the words fall out? Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. I want to see you. I just want to see you. Just want to see you. I want to see you be brave. I want to see you. I just want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you be brave.
I like that song.
I love that song too. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for starting out the service so beautifully.
You got it. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Yay. So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. Check out our website, cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us to add yourself to the email list. You can request prayer there, and the affirmations and the affirmative prayer is out there for every week. If you shop on Amazon and you haven't selected another nonprofit to support, if you just go to smile.amazon.com and you can select CSL North Metro as your charity, and then when you shop, we get paid, and that works really nice.
It does.
It does. And so I get little things as I'm shopping on Amazon about how much we've donated, so that makes me feel good too.
Yeah.
So our title today is Nothing Can Hold You Back. Our guest artist you've already met are the wonderful, amazing Susan Clark. And today's reading is from The Essential Mystics. It's selections from the world's greatest wisdom tradition, edited by Andrew Hart.
And it's a good book.
And it's a great
It's a
book.
great book.
It really is a great book. So it's just briefly, it's all of the different mystics from the different traditions around the world, and it's really well done and lovely.
So, are we ready for a reading and affirmations?
We got it.
Ready?
All right.
Sheila, you get to do them
Good
today.
morning. Affirmations for the week of August 28th, 2022, written by Stephan Anthony. Please repeat after me. My day is filled with individual moments of inspiration.
My day is filled with individual moments of inspiration.
The vibration of my being reflects the radiance of the universe itself.
The vibration of my being reflects the radiance of the universe itself.
My spirit soars limitless and free in all its majesty.
My spirit soars limitless and free in all its majesty.
Love is the guiding light illuminating my path forward.
Love is the guiding light illuminating my path forward.
I am open and receptive to the wisdom and guidance always present within.
I am open and receptive to the wisdom and guidance always present within.
My authentic self reveals God's divinity here, now, and always.
My authentic self reveals God's divinity here, now, and always.
And together we say,
And
So it is. Thank you.
you.
Yeah.
And the reading, as Reverend Valerie said, is from The Essential Mystic, Selections from the World's Great Wisdom Traditions, edited by Andrew Harvey. The author of this particular passage was written by Shuzang Zhu. This passage has been edited to make it gender neutral. What do I mean by true human? The true human of ancient time did not rebel against want, did not grow proud in plenty, and did not plan their affairs. Being like this, they could commit an error and not regret it, could meet with success and not make a show. Being like this, they could climb the high places and not be frightened, could enter the water and not get wet, could enter the fire and not get burned. Their knowledge was able to climb all the way up to the way like this. The true human of ancient times slept without dreaming and woke without care. They ate without savoring, and their breath came from deep inside. The true human breathes with his heels. The mass of the humanity breathes with their throats. Crushed and bound down, they gasp out their words as though they were retching. Deep in their passions and desires, they are shallow in the workings of heaven. The true human of ancient times knew nothing of loving life, knew nothing of hating death. They emerged without delight. They went back in without a fuss. They came briskly, they went briskly, and that was all. They didn't forget where they began. They didn't try to find out where they would end. They received something and took pleasure in it. They forgot about it and handed it back again. This is what I call not using the mind to repel the way, not using humanity to help out heaven. This is what I call true human. And together we
So it is.
So it is. Thank you.
That's really good.
Yeah, that was really good. So, Susan, Clark, come back. We want some more music.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. That was wonderful, Sheila. I love that. Wow. My next song is by a woman called Andra Day. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is called Rise Up. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out and move mountains. We can walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it all 1,000 times again. Yes, I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I will rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you and me, for you and for me. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet, and we will move mountains. Oh, you and I will move mountains, and we'll rise up. We'll rise like today, we'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up, and we'll do it all 1,000 times again. For you, for me, oh, for the world around us, we will rise up.
You okay?
I got a little frog in my throat, but I'll do the rest for you later.
Beautiful.
Sounded great.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I love that song.
Great.
Thank you. So we'll rise up. We'll rise up to our divinity, to our sacred self, that self that knows no ends, knows no beginnings. It just is. And what I know to be true is there's nothing that can hold us back, because we're immersed in the good and the God and the infinite intelligence that guides us and directs us in everything we do. I'm inviting you this month, take the whole month, to witness things that are happening in your life in a mystical way. So I'm calling upon the mystic within everybody that's willing to take the challenge. Because in truth, we all can be a mystic. It's just a matter of opening up yourself to the infinite possibilities that are always around us, in us, and for us. So as we enter this new month, because next time we meet will be in September, let us understand one thing. The symbolic meaning of September is a changing of seasons and a cycle of new life. So if we open ourselves up to that possibility, that change is incredible, and you're ready to be that true self that you were come here to be, and to let go of everything of the past that no longer serves you. Just release it, let it go, and step into that cycle of infinite good that is constantly wanting to reveal itself through you, as you, and for all humanity. So the other thing about September is it's the 9th month, and 9 represents transitions and endings. That's interesting, isn't it? So as we end this month of August, move into September with answering the call that I've asked of you, witnessing the mystic as you, and calling it forth, because you can't do it, and there's nothing that can hold you back. So this will be a perfect time to reflect on what you need to release, to reflect on what you need to move into, and to reflect on where you're headed, because you will be guided and directed when you have made the commitment to follow the mystical self, the place where you enter oneness. Because really that's all the mystic does. They just live in a state of oneness. And in that state, everything is possible. In that state, all your needs are met. In that state, you'll be guided and directed in everything you need to do, know, and feel. Because in that state, there is no obstacles. Like Chu Sang-Zu.
That sounds pretty good.
He knows who he is. He reminds us that we can basically walk on water, because he says you can enter a high place and not get hurt. You can enter the water and not get wet. And you can enter the fire and not get burned. Basically, it's kind of like what Jesus did, showing us when he walked on water, that we can do this and so much more. Another thing Jesus told us, we can do this and so much more. So, to help you get started with this call that I'm putting out for you, call of embracing the mystic, in your meditations, ask this question: how can I enhance my highest vision for my life? How can I enhance me knowing oneness deeper than I've ever known it before? How can I be? How can I be? How can I be? And just allow it to happen, and stay open. You don't have to do anything. When you're living a mystical life, there's nothing that needs to be done, because everything just fulfills itself in every given moment. There's nothing that can stop you from growing, from expanding into that greater yet to be, from loving at a deeper level, from experiencing prosperity and radiant health. All these things are just a natural state of being. And the mystic knows this. And I know you know that, because you are one with everything that is. You are one with that which created this universe and everything within it. So you know who you are, and you know that infinite possibilities is always at hand. So defining the true human, I think of it in terms of being, and so there's two ways of experiencing life. One is through instinctively, and one is intuitively. Instinctively, we're moving beyond the five senses. There's an instinct that we know what to do and when to do it. And intuitively, it's having no thought. It's allowing life to automatically live through you. The purity of yourself is bursting into the world with a new way of living, with that sense of I am here, I am more than what I have been, and I'll be more than what I am now. And having that greater sense of it, the greater sense of connecting to the oneness of all life, connecting to that one life, and knowing that as you connect to it, you can realize who you are at a greater level. So again, being in the oneness and opening yourself up to experiencing it at a more enhanced level, you will take that journey into the oneness and the wholeness and the isness and allness. You will receive your what do you call that when an officer gives, anyway, I don't want to go there. Sometimes the mind go like in another direction. Where am I? So we have practices that we use in this teaching, and one of the highest practices that I know of is this thing called visioning. Now, when you practice this at the highest level, then you are in that moment, in those times of visioning, experiencing what mystics experience, because you're opening up to something beyond your thoughts, something beyond your intentions, something beyond what you think you should be, and allowing the presence of your spirit to flow through you and reveal to you what it is you need to know. So again, calling out to experience the vision, the mystic within you, and doing so by letting go of your senses. And that seems like a strange thing to say. So I'm going to let go of my sense, but there's a certain amount of faith and power behind that faith by practicing that. And I can only talk from my experiences that giving yourself to the highest possibility of you as you will bring forth everything you need. And it will be done in safety. It will be done with no fear. It will be done with absolute absolute power. And that power will take you on the journey you need to take. And hopefully there's something within you that will want to keep this possibility of living a mystical life even past September, and maybe for the rest of your life. And I can't think of anything better than dedicating your life to that, giving yourself the opportunity to really witness the oneness, to really witness what it means to say, God as me, to really witness that. It's a pretty high calling, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I went a little bit different way. When I started thinking about nothing can hold me back, I thought about how I hold me back. I hold me back through my thoughts, through sometimes my actions, through hanging on to old stuff, to not being in that present moment that you were talking about, because I'm busy thinking more. I'm busy figuring out what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And so I really started thinking about those ways where our thoughts hold us back. And so I think it's every time I need to be right instead of be present in the relationship. I think it's every time I'm condemning myself because I made a mistake, or I'm taking longer to do a thing than I think I should, or that and the schedule that I made for myself allows. It's every time I let something somebody said to me affect my thoughts about myself, because really what somebody else says about me or thinks about me is none of my business. Just stealing that from Terry Colbert. And the books is great, but I really I got about everything out of that book just from her saying, what you think of me is none of my business. It's like, how about if we just live that way? It's like, it's whatever somebody says. So I just really think about in our daily lives and our daily actions, and especially for those of us who still have jobs and still have children and still have cooking to do and still have cleaning to do and still have things we need to do on this physical plane, where we're not able to sit and meditate all day. And we do have the responsibility, if we want to pay our bills and live in our heated houses and our air-conditioned houses, to take that time to do the visioning and do the meditation and do the prayers and do the practices that we preach, so that we have those moments where we do just let it all go, where we do just step into the oneness. And I know we've all had those experiences of just pure awe, of absolutely, completely feeling with our entire beings the oneness.
What's that word that you got in ministerial school, where you had that experience and a mystical experience, and they call it something. You brought that word to me.
Well, that was a long time ago. I don't know. May come back. But I can, those times where that happens are so profound that they don't go away. And I was even thinking, I can remember one time living in Grand Junction, and we had the mesa on one side of us and the Colorado National Monument, which is red rocks, on the other side. And the mesa was a flat top mountain. The sun, when it was setting, would hit those red rocks and do the most incredible things. So I'm coming up over the hill, the sun hits it just right. I'm still driving, and I'm just like in absolute awe of what I'm seeing. And it happened every day. Every day it happened. It's just like we're not present with it every day. Or a time when I was sitting in meditation, and I absolutely had the feeling of having always been and being one with everything. And it was just a flicker, but it was so profound that it stays. And so we have those times, and they don't happen when I'm sitting at my desk trying to figure out the paperwork for the 990 form. They don't happen then. They happen in times where, well, I did have a realization when I was working, and it started to get this way too hard, and it's like, oh, here's where I take a break. Here's where I don't just keep pushing when it gets hard, because I've done that before, and that's a hard way. The present way is to take a break and allow the intuition to catch up with what the brain's trying to do, and then you come back refreshed and go, oh, how was it so hard? Why was I making that so hard? So when I started thinking about who am I, I'm all those things. I'm the spiritual being that has always been. I'm present in this particular role right here and right now as Reverend Valerie, with all of the things that come with that. I'm a mom and a daughter and an aunt and a big one, a grandma, and a teacher and a learner. We're all so much more than we give ourselves credit for, and we offer to others so much more than we give ourselves credit for too. And we don't always know the people whose lives we've changed. There are some people that I know, and I know that the things that changed their lives. But if we just, especially I'm saying this for me because I do keep myself just really, really busy doing all the things that I think are important on this plane. And that's okay. I just get to also step back from it and recognize I'm not just a human doing, I am a human being. And the being part is what we're talking about today, the mystical part, the part where we recognize the eternity, the part where we recognize the absolute joy of being present on this existence and knowing who we came here to be. So I was reading the Science of Mind magazine yesterday, and I love the daily guides. And this month, Reverend Dr. Tim Gordon wrote them. And so they were, I don't know, I just love him. I really just love him.
Yeah.
And so he was talking about a thing that had happened and a pain that he had. And he gets to a little further down, and I'm going to read this because he said a couple of things, and I thought they were both really profound. He said, I sometimes forget the power we have. It's the power to create misery or gratitude. I sometimes forget the parts of my life that are working, and instead focus on the parts I feel aren't working. I sometimes forget the old adage, if you are not thinking of what's good in your life, then you're thinking about something else. And I just, that's exactly what I was trying to say, but just so well said. And so that was yesterday's, and so I went ahead and read today's reading. And so he described another situation and what was going on, and he said, my spiritual teacher used to say, you cannot be grateful and unhappy at the same time. What I have found is that I cannot be grateful and poor at the same time. I cannot be grateful. I can't read that. And sick at the same time. I cannot be grateful and be unfulfilled at the same time. I cannot be grateful and be unloved at the same time. There is always more to be grateful for. There is always more energy, more abundance, more opportunity, more love in the moment. And that's by Reverend Dr. Ken Gordon. And if we just take that in and recognize that even in the thing that seems the most difficult, there's something to be grateful for. Even in the situation that's hurting us the worst, there's something to be grateful for. Even in the pain, there's always something to be grateful for. And I think most of that gratitude is we are eternal beings. We're here to learn specific lessons and grow in specific ways. And so we have those opportunities given to us to allow us to have the experience of getting through the thing and knowing how to grow. And that's a blessing, and that's a pleasure, and that's an amazing experience. I read somewhere a long time ago about how many souls are in line that get to come to Earth, and that very few get to come. And so I don't know whether that's true or not, but imagining that it is, it's just an absolute blessing that we're the ones that are here, and we're here to do the things that we came here to do and learn the things that we came here to learn right here and right now in this day.
When you think about the process of the initial process of being made into something, I mean, it's amazing when you think of all these little devils heading for the egg, and one wins, sometimes two win together, but it could have been anybody, it could have been another person. So what makes us special to be here now? What makes us special is we're here now.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. That's a great thing to contemplate, that you are special and nothing can hold you back. You're everything you need to be in this moment. You don't need to be more, you don't need to be less. You're just perfect the way you are. That, I'm just trying to get that word because you lived with it for a while. And it had something to do with a woman that entered you.
Oh, but I don't remember the word, but I totally remember that experience. I will share that. So I'm in ministerial school, and Reverend Cynthia James is teaching us how to do our Sunday talks. And she told me something like, you have to let your power out. You have to find your voice, something like that. She's an amazing teacher, and she's able to just zero right in, right where the energy's stuck. And so anyway, I had a dream that night, and I'm in this kind of like a locker room situation with a lot of wise women. And one of them comes up to me and says, I'm giving you my voice until you find your own. And she gave it to me. And then I had her voice. And then I got to go back and do another talk the next day, having had that experience of her voice as me. It was such a powerful thing that it impacts me even now remembering it, but I'm sure Reverend Cynthia had a word for it. I don't know.
It's kind of like luminary. No, it's gonna drive me crazy.
Well,
That word meant so much to you at the time.
it's probably written down in
Now
the
it's
journals.
wanting to come through me. You know?
And we have those experiences. We absolutely have those experiences where we get, I'm present here in this body, and I'm so much more than that. And I'm not here doing this by myself. All of those women in that room were there supporting me and holding me on, and one of them literally gave me her voice until I could find my own. It was just incredible. It really was. It was such a mystical experience. Are we done? You still trying to find the word?
Yeah, kind of. There was something else I wanted to say. Because I guess that means that we're.
Well, if it comes through after, you can share it later.
Let's pray.
So I just invite you to take a deep breath. Just center into that stillness, into that oneness. into that mystical place where we are one with the one and one with all that is. Where we recognize that there is only that one power, that one presence, that one life, that it is eternal, that it is present everywhere, that it is in, through, and as everything and everyone, and that we are one with that. I am one with that. You are one with that. We are all one with that one power and that one presence. Eternal, changeless, always expanding, always becoming more of who we came here to be. And so I just know for each one of us that as we go through this month of September and we delve into the mystical and we open ourselves to discover more of who we are, that we have the amazing experience of recognizing our oneness, of understanding the truth of our being, of opening, expanding, and becoming more love and more peace and more harmonious, and opening, expanding, and feeling that love and that being that love. And so as we do that, we can release all of the things that are worrying us. We can release the aches and the pains and the worries and the hurries and the just be that powerful presence stuffed down into this body. And we can let it shine. We can just open our eyes and let it shine. And in absolute gratitude, I pass this word to Reverend Michael.
And I call upon you to join me by just simply saying yes to those things that you want to say yes to. Right here and right now, I say yes to dropping the subjective and objective thinking and open myself up to beyond the beyond,
Yes.
to the infinite possibilities that is waiting to be grabbed and worked through me, through you. I know that each one of us, right here and right now, as we commit to the mystical, discover so much more within us that we never knew was there before. I call upon you to have faith and trust that you don't need to read about other mystics.
Mm-hmm.
You are a mystic,
Mm-hmm.
and calling it forth into your experience, it can't help but take place. I know that so many wonderful things are going to happen this month. Problems solved, challenges
Yes.
grown past,
Yes.
love, peace, harmony,
Yes.
freedom, power, clarity, inspiration. All this and so much more flows through you constantly. And you get to grab what you want to show up in your life. I send out light and love to all those who've asked for prayer,
Yes.
to Lana and Harold, knowing that Harold continues to grow and heal in such a profound way. To the young woman that texted me, emailed me, asking for safety and nurturing for her and her baby to be, just surrounding them with light and love. And all those that are going through any kind of challenge, to all the sons and all the daughters, to all the grandsons and all the granddaughters, to all those that are in our life now, we send out our prayers
Yes.
of expansion,
Yes.
growth,
Yes.
and eternal life. I'm so thankful,
Yes.
so grateful. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I live in God. And together we say,
And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Amen. Aho. And woo-hoo.
it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. Take the time to go inside, there you will find your God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God.
Oh, you always seem to do it.
I had to change songs there. It happens often when I'm listening to you guys, and I'll think, I was going down one road with what I was thinking I would sing, and then you say something, and I just thought of that Daniel Namod song, and I had to do it. It's such a beautiful
Thank
song.
you.
Beautiful.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much for
You're
that.
very
Yeah.
welcome.
And we'll be back to you in a few. This is it. See this basket here? You know what I mean. The basket represents the eternal flow of life as it unfolds through what we have to give. And so we know that this center has a divine purpose, and that is to be a part of the answers to making a world that works for everybody. And we're one small light amongst many that are doing the work to get to that place where everybody has shelter, everybody has opportunity to work, everybody has opportunity to be healthy, to have food, and safety. It can happen. So we hold that here at Suburb North Metro as we join with all religions, but more so with centers for spiritual living and all those points of light that are part of that. So if you feel like you want to support that, then we accept the good that you have to give.
So you can use the Venmo code that's right there. There's just go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and there are a couple ways to give there. And if you're a person that still uses checks, our address is on the website. We're happy to take them. So yeah, we actually got cash last week too.
Yeah.
We take that too. So, do you have more?
Hold the basket.
Hold up the basket.
So shine your light, as this basket is a symbol of the divine good and the divine nature of abundance and prosperity in all the world. And repeat after me. In this moment, I give eternal thanks.
In this moment, I give eternal thanks.
I express it through my giving.
I express it through my giving.
I give freely and generously,
I give freely and generously,
knowing it comes back multiplied.
knowing it comes back multiplied.
And so I simply give thanks.
So I simply give thanks.
I let it be,
And let it be.
and so it is.
And so it is.
That song stuck in my mind. So we ready for Susan?
I think we are.
I'm so glad you chose that song.
Yeah, I love that song. You know, when you were talking about the spiritual practices and going within, and I love Daniel Nahmod, one of my favorite
Yeah.
writers.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just so
a
wonderful.
man.
He does a live Monday night concert from his home on Facebook almost every Monday, and
Whoa.
I tune in, and there's a plug for Daniel Nahmod for you. And now I'll plug myself.
All
Shameless.
right.
And I'm going to do an old song that I wrote, and this is called "Stand as You Are Able." And I was sharing with you earlier. I wrote this song because I was inspired by a prompt in a bulletin at a church where I was the guest vocalist, and it said, "Stand if you are able." There was a little asterisk there. And so my songwriting brain kicked in, and this is what came out. I hope you enjoy it. Stand as you are able. Rise when you are called. There is rest for the faithful. Rewards for us all. If someone has fallen along the way, pick them up and let them ride till they can't stand as they are able. We're all traveling to the other side. If you see somebody walking with their face in a frown, take the time to ask them why their heads bowed down. If you hear somebody crying in the middle of the night, throw your arms around them and tell them everything will be alright. If they understand as they are able, we're all traveling to the other side. Don't look back. Don't feel sad. Life is full of choices. Some you make are good and some you make are bad. So you just stand as you are able. We're all traveling to the other side. No need to carry such a heavy load. Once you put your feet upon a higher road, there are jewels scattered upon the ground. Pick them up and put them in your golden crown, for you must stand as you are able. We're all traveling to the other side. Stand as you are able. Rise when you are called. There is rest for the faithful. Rewards for able. We're all traveling to the other, traveling to the other, traveling to the other side. We're all traveling to the other side. We're all traveling to the other side. Get on board. Get your ticket punched. 'Cause we're all traveling to the other side. Kind of a gospel thing for you. Sunday morning gospel.
A little bit of jazz in there too.
Good song.
Yes. Oh, those were mistakes, but we'll call that jazz. It's good.
We were all dancing here.
That's right.
Good.
And taking my seat.
So glad.
Thank you.
Great.
So
Well, does anybody have anything they want to share?
stand if you're able.
Yeah.
Speak if you're able.
Amen.
Amen.
Stand as a mystic if you're able.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right, and join us on Zoom right after this service. The link is in the comments, but if you didn't get it there, it's on our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and it's on the calendar. And that has all the information about today's service on there. So you can also, while you're out there, sign up to get our emails, and then you'll have all those things. All right, well, so I'm going to praise out and then
Sure.
see each other on Zoom.
So let's enter in a place of absolute gratitude and let it guide us. Let that gratitude guide us throughout this week. Let us turn within through every challenge, through every victory, and know that it is all the same. There's only one purpose, one life, one love. And I recognize it in all that have joined with us today. So in absolute giddiness, I say thank you, God, knowing it is done. I release, let it go. And together we say,
And
And
so it
it
is. So join us on Zoom. We'd love to have a conversation with you.
yes, and get to know you.
Yep.
Happy
All right,
Sunday.
thank you,
Great to see
Susan.
you, Susan.
Sunday.
Awesome as always.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.